since spring in this country has been slow to get going, spare a thought for the people of Spain, who've been blanketed in snow for the last few days. 18 provinces have extreme weather warnings, with temperatures hovering around freezing. Some smaller roads have been blocked, and near Valencia, the coastal region is on alert for rough seas.
you up to date on some other breaking news this hour. There's been a powerful earthquake off the coast of Japan. What we're reading is a magnitude 7.
A 6.6 magnitude earthquake has struck China's southwestern Sichuan province. Scores of people have been killed and over 2,000 injured. The quake was felt in neighbouring provinces, causing people to flee buildings in search of safety.
Media reports are quoting officials suggesting that hundreds may have been killed.
A number of aftershocks followed, the strongest one just 5 minutes later and measuring 5.1.
Authorities say 6,000 troops are heading to the area to assist rescue efforts. Most of the deaths happened in Lushan as buildings toppled, power lines fell and water supplies were severed.
Villages were reportedly flattened in the magnitude 6.6 jolt. The force was so powerful it shook the earth at least 10 centimetres per second. Survivors say it rumbled on for a long, terrifying minute. Many people didn't have time to escape.
Thousands of residents of the Argentine city of Santiago del Estero in the early hours of Sunday morning caught a glimpse of a suspected meteor that lit up the sky above the city. The event took place at about 3:20 a.m. local time. Argentine authorities believe the spectacular fireball was caused by a meteor entering the Earth's atmosphere and disintegrating. Some witnesses reported to local newspapers that they felt a slight tremor soon after seeing the meteorite. According to local media reports, police in the area were inundated with phone calls from frightened residents.
The suspected meteor lighting up the sky. Residents say they initially got a fright, feeling a slight tremor soon after seeing the spectacular fireball.
A very different kind of natural disaster, deadly flooding in the Midwest. There are states of emergency and disaster declarations in at least half a dozen states right now.
Heavy rains have hammered the heartland all week. Many forced to evacuate their homes. In River Grove, Illinois, canoes replaced cars. Parts of Illinois saw a record 8 inches of rain on Thursday, completely submerging parts of Chicago.
The worst flood in recorded history in parts of the Midwest. And at this hour, they are bracing for more rain. Already so bad, this flooding, that people in western Michigan are seeing fish swimming by office windows, ducks as well.
Authorities are at the scene of a sinkhole in Aptol Avenue at Woodville. The stormwater drain has collapsed several metres underground, leaving a Stobie pole leaning at a precarious angle.
Giant sandstorm. As I got closer, the sand was just getting, thicker and thicker. It was pretty much zero visibility. It's nothing I've really seen in this area before.
A pretty strong quake just off the coast. Now here's the border between Indonesia and Papua New Guinea. A 6.8 magnitude quake, which was only 7 kilometers in depth. This is extremely shallow.
As for a Olkin family, a meteorite, there it is, crashed right through their roof. Larry Beck said he thought it was just a rock dropped by a plane on Friday night.
When scientists confirmed otherwise,
the darkening really piqued my interest that this was something that came down through the atmosphere at a very rapid speed and was vaporizing on its outer shell.
The meteorite crashed into Larry's home around 10:30 Friday night. The rocket never fell all the way through. A copper pipe stopped it.
A loud boom was heard along the shoreline just before that meteorite came crashing down.
So those experts say it most definitely could have been that meteorite that really caused that sonic boom heard even on the Connecticut shoreline.
I heard a rumble and then my whole house shook. Do you know what that is?
one to hit Connecticut and the third to hit a house here, which is pretty unusual.
Of a massive sinkhole in Lowell, Vermont.
Mines Road in Lowell is closed indefinitely, and for good reason. Much of it isn't even there anymore. But a family of 3 were driving home late Saturday night in 2 different cars and ended up at the bottom of the hole.
But the sinkhole that swallowed the Richardson family is 30 feet wide by 15 feet deep. A neighbor told me that Mr. Richardson was able to think fast when he saw his wife's headlights disappear and swore